What is going on, rat bags? I'm Big Worm 380, and today we're going to talk about a new survival game called Green Hell. We'll discuss what Green Hell is, how it's different from other survival games, and whether or not it's worth buying. So hang on to your butts. This is the Access Show. So Green Hell is being dubbed as a hardcore survival simulation from Creepy Jar Games. The game just released into early access on Steam on the 29th of August. As of right now, there's nothing in the timeline for a console version, but the developers said they aren't ruling out the possibility of one. This is to be expected since Creepy Jar is a small indie dev team. Creepy Jar consists mainly of former Techland employees. Techland, as you may know, is the company responsible for games like Dying Light, Dead Island, and Call of Juarez The Cartel, just to name a few. So while Creepy Jar isn't lacking in the experience department, they are a small team and they're focusing on getting the PC version completed. I'd rather they do it this way instead of spreading themselves too thin on multiple platforms and never getting the game done or putting out a game that's just full of bugs and issues. I think we've seen from other games if the PC version does well, there's a good chance it'll come to console. There's also no multiplayer at the moment, so if that's what you're looking for, then this game may not be for you. The developer said they know this is a highly requested feature, but right now they're focusing on a solid single player experience. So, with all the other survival games out there, what sets Green Hell apart from the pack? Well, for starters, most survival games take part in a fictional location. Green Hell takes place in the Amazon rainforest. I thought this was a neat concept because if you've ever watched a survival reality TV show, you've probably learned that the Amazon rainforest is one of the most inhospitable and unforgiving places on Earth. Between the sweltering heat, unpredictable weather, and numerous creepy crawlies and predators, this is the perfect location for this type of game. I'm not aware of any other survival game that has used this location as its backdrop. Also, there's a whole host of innovative mechanics at play here. The menu system's fairly intuitive once you do the tutorial. Instead of just pausing the game and moving between different screens, you actually get to view your backpack or journal and click tabs on screen to access different parts of your bag or open your journal to read up on things you've learned on your adventure. In reality, it's the same result as traditional menu system, but the presentation of it keeps you immersed in the game just a little bit more than usual, and I think that's a nice touch. So, what exactly do they mean by hardcore survival simulation? Like most survival games, you have to maintain your food and water intake along with overall health, but Green Hell takes it a step further. Not only do you have to eat, but in the tutorial, you get a watch that lets you know exactly what you need to eat, all the way down to carbs, protein, or fats. Different foods will give you different values for these categories, just like in real life. Need some carbs? Go find some nuts. Need protein? Kill one of the animals roaming the forest and cook it up. The watch tells time and tracks what day you're on, and most importantly, it serves as a compass. Trust me, they went full rainforest, and sometimes visibility is low due to dense vegetation and trees, so unless you can see a landmark of some sort, it'll be easy to get turned around and lost. Then there's the task of staying hydrated. From the little area I've covered, there doesn't seem to be a problem finding water. There are ponds and streams you come across. The problem is you can't safely drink most of it. The water in the game is just like in real life in that it can contain parasites that over time, as one dev put it, will eat you from the inside out. But don't worry, there's ways around this. You can harvest coconuts and get a drink from them and then turn around and use the shells to collect drinkable rainwater. There's also a craftable water filter that you'll be able to fashion out of raw materials in the jungle. There's also a third option for getting good water, and it has to do with the dynamic weather system. When it starts raining, you'll see areas that were previously dry start to have flowing water. Because this is fresh and moving, it's okay to drink. But you gotta hurry because the rain won't last forever and the running water will dry up. I really like how there's multiple ways to attack the same problem and also how they aren't always available, as in getting the water from the fresh rain streams. So now that you're fed and hydrated, you're good, right? Wrong. It wouldn't be a survival game if something wasn't physically trying to kill you, and Green Hell is no exception. I don't know all the bad things that lurk in the jungle, but I can confirm that you'll need to be on the lookout for jaguars, beehives, rattlesnakes, and native tribespeople, and they'll kill you without warning. You need to build your camp and craft tools and weapons to survive and defend yourself. There's also the issue of injuries and sickness. You'll be able to craft natural remedies for anything from poisonous snake bites to scrapes on your leg. So is the game worth it? I'll answer this like I normally do. This is an early access title, so there will be bugs and issues with the game. As long as you understand that and you're a fan of survival games, I would say yes, the game is definitely worth its $20 price tag. In saying that, you also need to know that I haven't put a ton of time into this game yet, but I'm definitely liking it from a first impression standpoint. Also, keep in mind that there will be features and items and other things added to the game over time. That's the nature of early access. You're not going to get the full product when it releases on early access. I'm excited to see what Creepy Jar has in store for future additions to the game. I do know that while the game is in early access, we'll only be able to play half of the full map. And I'm not sure how big the map will be at launch, so I don't know how big the half of the map is. They haven't really said. To be honest, in the early part of the game at least, it doesn't seem advisable to venture too far from your starting location anyway. So that's the game, and that's what I think. What do you guys think of it so far? If you've put more time into it than I have, what bugs or issues have you come across? And if you don't have the game yet, are you looking forward to getting it? Let's talk about it in the comments. As usual, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to Jade Plays Games, and if you'd like to, go check out my channel, Big Worm 380 Gaming. I'll be playing this game along with some other ones, so make sure to check that out. That's going to do it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Access Show, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.